Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the Socially Sound podcast. Another episode. I'm Kirsty.
And I'm Sarah. So, someone sent in a topic to discuss. They want to know our thoughts about having language concordant services for deaf people and BSL users, especially in mental health services. So, what do we think?
So, I think the first thing we need to acknowledge here is that mental health mental health services are a very complex thing to talk about. It's not straightforward to discuss. This is our thoughts and opinions. We're not certified mental health professionals. This is just our experiences and what we've seen within the deaf community. Yeah.
So I think obviously it's very important to have accessible services, especially in healthcare, mental health, and so on, because that's your health. You need to make sure you can access the information, make sure that your needs are being understood and met, make sure that what you're saying is being taken correctly. Obviously, that's very important to have that, but obviously there's few services that you can access, especially in mental health. So having that, first of all, is really important. You need that today. We've been needing it. We need it now, and we would still need it. So obviously, it should be there. It's very dangerous that we don't have those things in place naturally. Like, I can't think of enough services that people can say, oh yeah, it's really good for BSL users, for deaf people. So that is obviously an ongoing situation that needs to be resolved.
Yeah, I mean, we have services for deaf people, but is it enough? No, because it can't all rely on one organisation, one group.
Yes.
There has to be multiple services across the UK available. In cities, the NHS have a responsibility to councils, mental health professionals, providers. There's so much responsibility that people need to take on, really. I don't want to say that they're not going to take it on, but
they're taking too long to sort this out. It's the least of their priorities. But we have to be considerate of each deaf person's needs, because I know there's a discussion of some people not wanting to have a deaf counsellor. They maybe want, a hearing counsellor and have an interpreter, but both may be the same religion, so Muslim, Christian, because having a deaf counsellor who is a Muslim, I don't know of one. A Christian one, I don't know of one. So obviously the intersectionality needs to be considered, because the person might want a woman or a man or someone who is non-binary or something like that. People have preferences and needs that need to be met. It's not just about language.
yes,
And not every deaf person wants someone who is a deaf BSL user. They might want an oral deafie, or actually a hearing person with an interpreter, or a hearing person with a microphone, or a hearing person with a lip speaker. So many other things. So we have to remember there are other things to consider. It's not just, deaf meaning BSL. That's not always the case.
Yes. I want to go back to what you said about it's not always about language. It's also about culture, identity, and so much more. Where you live, what country you're in. All of those are factors that we need to consider when we talk about deaf people's access to mental health. Access is not only linked to sign language, it can be linked to all those factors I just said.
Exactly. Yeah. They're deafblind as well.
Yes.
You need to accommodate their needs as well. There's so many other things. But obviously it is important, first and foremost, that we have these services in place. We need to bring those into place, make sure that everything is accounted for in these services.
I think we will put the links below in the description box, the different services that you or anybody else might need access to for mental health support. Have a look at those links and see what's available out there.
Yeah. And remember, if you ever need anyone to talk to, we're happy to we're always happy to have a DM sent to us, to have a conversation, and to encourage you and to recommend you to people you can talk to. So
yeah, we know that mental health is a big topic that happens within the deaf community. We've seen that for years and more recently as well.
Yeah.
So talking is important.
Obviously, mental health for deaf people is much bigger. It's much more. It needs to be dealt with. Yeah. We need to be heard now. So, thank you for sending us this topic.
Thank you.
Yeah. And hopefully this helps. Hopefully you learn something new. And thank you for watching. Oh, and remember, like,
subscribe,
comment,
share.
You already know what I'm about to say, so bye.
Bye.